Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, hopefully you guys saw my first video a couple days ago on the RoseCraft Blades Barra. Now in that video, I said that I really did like the Barra, but I found it hard to be a pocket carry knife because of the cap lifter, the bottle opener and pry. That just didn't allow it to be a front pocket carry knife for me because, you know, when you're reaching in, that kind of gets you. Now, as I said, put it in your back pocket or leave it on a bar. It's great. It's slender. The blade is slender. It's a slicer. It's great for doing your fruit. I would also use it around the grill for cutting vegetables, popping a beer while I'm grilling, that type of thing. It's absolutely perfect. Well, I'm going to show you how to remove the cap lifter and make what ends up being a pretty nice, slender EDC knife. It basically transforms it from an EDB knife to an EDC knife, and it carries fantastic. So basically what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to take off of these 3 body screws. You're going to have to take off your pivot. The reason you have to take off your pivot is it kind of loosens up this pin here, because this pin actually is it's embedded in each of the liners. So when I took the body screws off and loosened the pivot, I couldn't quite pivot it out of the way enough. So we got our T6, we got our T8. So what we're going to do right here is I'm going to make sure I'm in the camera. I mean, this is pretty much just taking out screws, so I'm pretty sure you all know how to do that. But we're going to pull these screws out. Magnetic tip there. Like I said, these are T6 for the body screws. I'm going to pull those out. I'm actually doing this down in the kitchen on the kitchen counter because I can actually stand off to the side a little bit better, and makes this just a little bit easier to show you how to do. So there you go. You got those 3 out. Now if you see that liner starts to pivot out of the way, and you could actually pop, whoops, I'm sorry. Yeah, sure, if it's in focus. Now you can see they're already starting to pivot out of the way. You gotta loosen up that and basically take out that pivot screw because it just doesn't loosen up enough. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna pop out the pivot screw. And yeah, it'll come apart on you, but it's okay. It'll be all right, I promise. So there you go. You got your scale, and you have your liner. There's your blade. Now, as you can see there's 2 posts that hold that cap lifter on. Now, it all depends. Now, see, that it just popped off real easy, and look, those posts are still there. So we're just going to lay that off to the side there. And I dropped my pin, of course, because why wouldn't I? Hang on. See? That's the pin I was talking about. That's kind of like your stop pin up here. And it did fall out, of course, but we found it. So basically, that is just going to sit right in here. The struggle bus happens, guys, when you try to do this stuff on camera, I'm telling you. Well, it does for me anyway. That's alright. Why do you think I don't do a whole lot of teardown videos? It's just a thing. And now I'm going to sit here and struggle with this. And it's going to be fun for y'all. I'm serious. That's why I don't do it. Alright, there we go. We got our stop pin. We got our blade, as long as we don't cut the crap out of ourselves. Now you're going to have to push that down because your lock bar is kind of pushing it up. Put our bearings back on. There we go. Yeah, I'll take this all back apart and clean it up and do all that good stuff. We're not doing that on the video right at the moment. So there we go. We got a liner on, our pivot. Now you can kind of see there, it sure looks like that's a D-shaped pivot, doesn't it? Sure does. We got our pin. We got it lined up on all of our posts there. So next we're going to slide our liner on and just kind of keep it all pinched together. Get our pivot screw back in there. Get that tightened up. Of course, I'm using the old Journey Tool Co. driver here and Weehaw bits. Yeah. Alright, now we got to change out our bits. Grab a screw, there it is. And go right back in that body. Tighten that down. I'm not using any Loctite right now, guys. I'm going to go back and redo this. I'll clean it all up. Lube it up just right, but it's not what we're here for today. I just wanted to show you how to take that off. That one, last one. Come on, there it is. Alright. Put that screw in there. Tighten it up. Make sure our screws are tight. Alright. Just go back here, give it a once over. Now with those posts, there's two screws hold, there's a screw on each side holding it in, so you might have to go back and tighten up the other side. And if you do, you might have to take that pocket clip off to do it, but it's pretty tight. So it's pretty good. Alright. So snappy. Yeah, actually it's not as droppy. Here, get back over here as what it was. But like I said, I need to clean up. I'll clean them up. But still, not bad. And, and I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not one that just goes through and tears my knives apart if I don't have to. But in a case like this, it's a good idea to just at least check or look, because it ends up being really easy to take that off. It slides over those two posts and boom. Now you've got your cap lifter off, and now you've turned that EDB knife into a really, really nice, slender EDC carry. Save that. Don't lose that, because guys, this really is a nice, as is, when it comes with the cap lifter on it. It is really an actual, really good bar, grill, maybe even camping type knife. It just wasn't a pocket knife to me until now. Now it's great. Love it. Got that deep carry clip on it. I mean, you do have a little bit showing there, but nothing too major. Carries very nice, very slender, tucks away in the side of your pocket. I mean, yeah. You got yourself a heck of a knife. And Swags has got herself a pretty cool design for sure. So there you go, guys. That's how you remove the cap lifter pry off of the RoseCraft Blades Barra. Sorry I didn't show you that in the original video, but here it is. So have a good one, guys. Thank you so much. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. And until next time, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.